All right, my friends, welcome to the instructional video of how to upload your AP art portfolio for the 2022-2023 school year. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen to get you logged into AP Classroom or Collegeboard. So you can go to myap.collegeboard.org/login. You should get to this screen and you're going to click on student. Then you're going to enter your email address, whatever your email is used for Collegeboard is. You're going to click next, and then it will ask you your password. Once you log in and you have the correct password, you're going to get to this landing page right here with all of your AP courses. If you forgot your AP password or you need help resetting it, just call Collegeboard or whatever, but that's really important. So make sure you have this login information either written down or reset, and then you write it down. So you're going to go here where it says for AP art, it's either going to say AP 2D art and design, or it's going to say AP drawing. They are both AP art portfolios and you use them the same way. It's just the delineation of the course that you're in. So you're going to click here, go to digital portfolio. You're going to have to accept at some point like a agreement that you're not plagiarizing or using anyone else's work, because as you know that all of your work should be original. So once you get to this page, you're going to click on either 2D art and design or drawing, whichever course you're in. Then this is the main landing page. These two red circles are the same links. You can get to uploading your artwork through either of the red circles. Either way, you're going to have to upload your images and your written evidence. So I'm going to click into a new screen to show you how to start uploading. So yeah, once you're logged in and you get to you click on images or sustained investigation, this is where you start uploading your images. Remember that they have to be in either JPEG or PNG format. They have to be 4 MB or less, and I will show you how to resize and also combine images so you can fit more than one image into the slide. So you can drag and drop, but I really prefer to upload. The easiest thing to do is really have all of your images already like labeled and ready to go. You can't fill out the writing until you upload the image. So I'm just going to upload 2 images here and then show you how to start filling out the writing part. So because this is multiple artwork combined into one image, this doesn't really have a size. So I'm going to put NA and NA because there's no like official size here. The materials that I used are like sketchbook, paper, pencil, black pen, and I also used like live plants, which I don't have as you know in the image, but I'm gonna put like live plants as drawing models. Now you only have 100 characters for your writing. That includes spaces, that includes punctuation, so you have to be really short and concise and direct about what you're saying. You don't have to hit 100 characters exactly. It can be less, it can be more, but again, you want to be like very clear about what it is, you know, in the writing. So for the process, I'm going to say that I observed plant subject. I sketched with pencil, line with pen, and then finally I added the words and lettering. So that's 90 characters out of 100. I think that that's perfect. You're going to want to save every time, like when you upload an image and then when you complete your writing. Please don't upload everything and then try to save it. Sometimes this website is glitchy, so please save as you go along after each image. I've seen it happen and it's really upsetting. So that's why you want to have everything in one place, like all of your images ready to go, all of your writing from your Google slide presentation where you've already been uploading it, or in like a Word document. So it's just really easy to copy and paste. So, okay, for this image 2, this one has a more exact size. So for the height, I'm going to put 5 because this is in inches, and width is going to be 7. And then if you're repeating like the same process and you have the same materials, you can definitely copy and paste, but they do like to see differences. So you're going to see that once I upload more of my images and my words, you're going to start to see the changes and my process develop. So, but for now, I'm just going to copy and paste. I have sketchbook paper, pencil, black pen, plants. I can change this specifically to Spanish needle plants. because that is the specific type of plant that I was drawing. So it's just little changes like that, that's the type of thing that they want to see. Generally, my process was the same here. I observed the plant subject, I sketched with pencil, outlined with pen, and then I added the words and lettering. So I'm gonna save again, and I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna finish uploading all of my images and doing my writing, and then I'll go back through and kind of explain it, and then we'll move on to the next section. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. So I'll be right back. Just hang tight. All right, guys, I'm back and I'm gonna reshare my screen and show you how far I've gotten. Now, don't wait till the last minute to start uploading things because I know that you're gonna come across issues with image size, with like ordering, with like finding your images. So it's best to have all of your images in one place and your words ready to go, like I said earlier. So anyways, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. If you want to stop, just pause the video and just read like what I wrote to give you an idea of what to write about in your words. So hopefully, as you can see, as you're going through with my own work as my example, this is where your process should be developing. So first I'm starting in black and white. Then I'm kind of like adding some color, adding some more words. It's okay to have unfinished stuff in here. It's okay to have unfinished as well as finished. I think having both shows the strongest portfolio. So personally, I work with like native Florida plants, and like my whole thing is like nature and plants. So I'm going from broad kind of drawings from observation in black and white to starting to incorporate color, more specific types of plants, and also words. So like I haven't really talked about your question of inquiry, but you also know that you're working with a theme and like you're answering your question through your artwork that you're creating. So my question would be something like, how do I incorporate lettering to educate people about native Florida plants? How can I celebrate native Florida plants using elements of design with lettering and color, drawing from observation, something like that. So as you see, as I go through, things are getting more developed. They're adding more color, they're adding more words. I'm getting more specific with the words. I'm getting more specific with the plants as well. When you're doing your sizing, just give it a round number, either measure your artwork if you have the physical artwork, or if it's digital, you can look up what size your artwork is, or go to adjust size and then see what size it is. In a second, I'm going to show you how to add multiple images together on one slide. So you can have more than 15 images for sustained investigation if you need, and how to check for the sizing. So this is where I stopped at work. I think this is 12. I have 3 more images to add. So I'm starting to also transition from hand-drawn into digital. Just depends on what materials you're working with. So I get very specific about what specific plants I'm working with. And so it's going from broad to more specific, developing in your style. So hopefully you can see that my lettering, like here, I planned out the lettering like very roughly on Procreate. And then like a final version of this is like I changed the quote and I changed the design of the lettering to show revision. So they're looking for a couple different things. They're looking for experimentation. So I'm experimenting with digital, I'm experimenting with watercolor, with markers, with pen, and with pencil. So yeah, experimentation, revision. How are you redoing things to make them successful? And there's one other word I can't think of right now, but I'll come to it later. So anyways, I'm going to jump over into Canva to show you how to put multiple images onto one slide in case you need to do that. So you can get a Canva account if you don't already have one. They're free, it's great. So I'm gonna recommend the presentation design. And then all you're gonna do is you can drag and drop your images, or you can go to upload, and then you're gonna upload your files. So I'm gonna put 2 images together. I'm gonna put this photo that I took as source imagery. So you upload the photo and then you can drag and drop it into the screen. I'm gonna upload my other photo that goes with it. The 2 photos, if you're putting more than one slide on or more than one image on a slide, the images should be related. So I'm uploading this other photo. So these are both still in process at this time. Personally, for like my example of my portfolio, all of my final works are going to go in selected work. So you just want to enlarge the photo as large as you can get it. So here is, I took this photograph of the sunflower, so it is my original artwork. And then here's a screenshot on Procreate showing like the different layers and how I created like this final version. Could I break it down more and have more in process of the digital? Yeah, absolutely. But that's not what I'm doing. So then you're gonna click share, and then you're going to go to download. And then this is important, when you go to download, you have to select like which format you're going to have the photo in. So I'm going to go for PNG because it's best for illustration. And then I'm going to download, and it's downloading. And then once it's done downloading, you just open it up. I think it's switched on my screen share, but anyways, I'm going to save it and I'm going to move it to my desktop because that's just like what's easiest for me. So now I'm going to switch back to the AP Art and Design, and I'm going to upload my photo. It's the one that I just made, obviously. So then when I click on it, now I have 2 images in one. And that's really helpful if you have like more in process images than just 15, which some of you do, and some of you don't. So on my iPad, this is about 30 inches high and 20 inches wide. So if I were gonna like print this out and have an actual physical version of this, that's how big this would be. It'd be like a pretty big poster. And then I'm gonna copy and paste some stuff because my process is similar to how I did my other digital art. So this is important if you're doing photography or you're doing digital art. You want to say exactly what materials you're using. So like I use an iPad, I use the Procreate app. So if you use like PixArt or like Lightroom to add highlights, contrast, whatever, that would be part of your materials. I should add an Apple Pencil, I guess, because I did use an Apple Pencil. I like, some people use their fingers, some people use a Wacom tablet. Like it just, you have to define what materials you're using. Also with materials with digital art and just like anything, you want to be specific. So I guess I can also say iPhone 11 because that was my old phone that I used to take a photo of the sunflower. I would rearrange this a little bit. I'd probably put iPhone first because like I used, my photo. Let me just redo this in order. So I used iPhone 11. I used a sunflower. I used my tablet, which is an iPad. I used Apple Pencil. You don't have to capitalize things. Like I'm specific about certain things. I use Procreate app. And then mostly I use like the round brush. I use the oil brush. You can divvy up this part in between materials and processes, just whatever fits for your character count. Fill tool, and then I guess that was mostly it. So my process, I took a photo, upload to Procreate. I outlined black outline. Yeah, I'm stalling right now, but I outlined the black, I filled with color. Then I added textures on the flower, and then I placed lettering. And that's what I did. This part is easy to edit. So yeah, once again, after you've been saving or after you've been doing stuff, you're gonna wanna save. I got an error because I don't think that I put the dimensions. I did, but what dimensions is it giving again? So this is a good example. If you have an error, upload your images and then enter dimensions. That's what I did. I'm gonna pause again for a minute. Sorry, guys. Okay, guys, honestly, I don't know what that error is. Like I said, this is a new format this year, so I'm learning along with you. Please, bear with me. I know you all do. So let me just reshare my screen because I'm getting to uploading the last image in sustained investigation. Sustained investigation is the biggest part. It shows the most process. Honestly, like you need to have sustained investigation wrapped up and done for this to be easy. So I changed the sizing to NA because there's actually two artworks here, and this is not like an artwork by itself because one of them's a photo, one of them's a drawing, either digitally or hand drawn. Okay, I'm uploading my last image and it's like, oh, whoops, you can't do this because your image is larger than 4 MB. So let me jump into another tool to resize your image to show you how to do this, because some of you may definitely come up against this issue even after you've converted it into a JPEG or a PNG. So I'm just going to stop the share for a second and open the image that was too large and show you how to do this. So I'm going to go back to screen share into my image that I'm resizing. So this is the image. I've opened it in preview. This is on a Mac, so I'm sorry if you're not on a Mac. This will be a little bit harder to do. So you're going to go to tools, you're going to go to adjust size. And then in the size, see, this is 13.9. So this is like way too large. And then it also shows you like how big your artwork is, which is where I got the like 20 by 30 inches for your artwork. So I'm just simply going to change this. So I'm going to change the width to be the 15. That's still too big. So now I'm going to change it to 10. It's going to automatically resize it for you. So you can see in inches here. You can change it to other things, but I'm going to keep it in inches because that's what they want it. So now my width is 10 and my height is 14. So I'm going to say, okay, resize. And then I'm going to save. And I've already named this. So apologies again. I'm going to switch my screen share back to the AP website so I can show you that I'm going to finish uploading and then what your options will turn into after that. So here we go. I'm on my last image, number 15. Now I should be able to update. Oh, I might not be able to. It says you can check it here, 14.1, and it still has to be less than 14. So let me pause, size the image again, and then I'll finish uploading. Okay, I'm going to try this one more time. Even though I think you all saw that it showed that it was less than 4, sometimes digital stuff is just weird. So, okay, I adjusted the size again. Okay, now it's 3.4, so it should be fine. Why is this having an issue? This is what I mean by things are glitchy. Okay. This is exactly what I mean by you can't wait till the last second to do this stuff. I'll be back again. Okay, y'all, I don't know. I literally just dragged and dropped it instead of uploading the image and now it worked. So this is what I mean by sometimes there's more than one way to do things and you got to do this early so that you have time to troubleshoot. Okay, so honestly, I kept the artwork the same size. I just resized the image, not the artwork. So I'm going to keep the artwork the same size. Materials, I'm going to go back and grab my process from this one because it was more or less the same. So I took the photo, I uploaded photo to Procreate, I outlined black outlines, filled with color, added texture, and then I placed the lettering. That's definitely more or less what happened. Again, you're just going to decide where you're going to split the materials and the process, where it's more important to put the specific brushes and like the order of things that you did. So that's it. I'm going to save, and then am I getting an error message? It looks like I am, and I'm not really sure why. So I'm going to reorder. So now is the part where once you have everything uploaded, you can reorder very easily. This is a lot easier than last year. So I noticed that when I was uploading these, I wanted to switch them around a little bit. So I start with the black and white, and then I'm starting to move into color. But I have some images here that I have some extra elements. So like here I have like some of the live plants with the artwork. So I'm gonna wanna just switch that around. I guess you have to have an empty space in order to do this. So, wow, this is new. But you know what? You can also, I apologize. I guess you have to have an empty space in order to do that. And if you want to delete one, you just click clear all and it clears out your photo and all of your words. So I'm just going to reorder a different way, which is a little bit more complicated, but you can still do that. So I want this for number 1. I want this for number 2. Number 3, number 4 is fine. This is where I want to reorder. So I want the stuff that doesn't have the live plants in it to go in order, and then the stuff with the live plants after. So 4 is fine. This one I want to switch to 5. Oh, that's cool. It does it for you. Okay. This one I'm fine with 6. This one I'm fine with 7. I'd actually like to, I guess that one's fine. You just check with me about the ordering and I'll help you out. Okay, so I've got all that done. Final save. Don't know why I'm having this error message. Be right back again. Okay, I figured out the error. It signed me out without actually signing me out. So this is what I mean by like, you gotta make sure that you're signed in and that you're saving as you go along. I thought that I was saving, but I guess the error was that I had been signed out when I thought that I was still signed in. So if you're looking at the portal, I uploaded these images, but now they're gone. So let me try this again really quick. So this one was the sunflower and it was the double image of the sunflower. It was this one. All right, and then I have the double image of the blue butterfly pea. This is all names of plants. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine. And then my final image, I'm just gonna put in the final image of the final version of this, but it's still showing in process because I have the photo and I have like the layers showing. So for this, I'm gonna put, again, NA because there's 2 different things going on here. It's a photo and it's a digital, and then same thing like for here. For materials, I'm just going to copy and paste this for sake of time. The process is the same as well. This part is easy to go back and edit, but I'm just trying to get you to the end here. That's why it's easy to just have everything in a document, which I do not. I also, so yeah, here I used pencil, markers, that's it. Then for the final version here, more or less, it was the same thing. Yeah, and then same thing here. I use Procreate and all of that. This is a shortened version of in real time how long this type of stuff takes. So just know that you gotta work. All right, I'm gonna save everything. Now I'm gonna show you reorder. Okay, see, this is like it's loading. So this is gonna take a minute. This is the part where you're holding your breath because this is the part where like errors happen and whatever. Cool, everything was saved. Now I'm gonna finalize my reorder because it didn't save. So I want, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, actually JK, if you drag and drop, it does reorder it for you, just like takes a second because I was like just impatient. This is like a little glitchy though. I would honestly, I would honestly just reorder with the numbers, because that seems to work better. Yeah, okay. So this is the one I wanted for 7. Yep. This is the one I wanted for 8. This was a lot easier than last year. If you did this last year, you had to like match up the numbers. It was like so frustrating. This is the one I'm okay with for 9. And then this one I wanted for 10 because this is where I started experimenting with lettering before I moved to digital. Okay, and I'm fine with all of that. Cool. One more save. And then I suppose you have to finish your selected works and everything before you can submit it, but no one's submitting until you finalize it with me. So I'm gonna pause for a second and be back and then show you how to upload selected works. And we're so close to being done. Thanks for being here. Okay, just kidding. I'm just gonna jump back into the AP website and show you selected work. So, okay, here's all of your artwork. Now you're gonna move on to selected works, which is like your 5 final artwork. So I already have those ready to go. If anything, I just like need to upload them again really quick. This should be a better photograph of this art piece, but for time purposes, I'm just gonna leave it like this. I should either crop this or just have like a plain white background, but I'm also here to help you guys like with those issues with your photos and everything. Same thing with this one. This should really have like a plain background and not be in a sketchbook. If it's in a sketchbook, it should be in sustained investigation with the sketchbook showing. Okay, I have to reorder really quick because these are the, not reorder, I have to resize. These are the only ones I did not resize, so be right back again. Someone give me a count on how many times I say that this video. All right, you guys, hopefully this is the second to last time I'm giving you instructions and then you go finish everything. At this point, I'm sure y'all can figure it out by yourself too. All right, I resized my images and so annoyed. Let me try a different one. Okay, that was 3.7. That was like a lot closer. What size is this? It says 4 exactly. Okay, so you know that this is a little sensitive, which is fine. Okay. It's me again. All right, this is the last slot. And then you can also reorder these as well. I want this one to be number 3. And I'm fine with the rest of these. Okay, so that's 5 by 7. This is 9 by 12. Again, just keep it main, round numbers. All right, the only difference between this one and the sustained investigation for the writing is that you're also adding an idea. So for my first selected works, again, this is your top 5, most complete, shows style, should look like it came from the same artist. So my idea here is like showing love for local native South Florida plants. Again, you only have 100 characters to do this. It's not that much. So we're looking at, I would actually just restate this into showing love for butterfly, pea flower, a moonflower, etc., etc. I would have to look up the exact names of like those other flowers. Materials, this one was Prisma, colored pencils, live flowers from observation, and black. I also use normal pencils. Process, observe flowers. Sketch outline. pencil with pen. Actually, I sketched the word first. That's actually what I did. I sketched the word, then I observed the flowers. Plants, trace with pen, trace pencil with pen, and then added color. I would say with color pencils, but I like literally don't have that stuff. Okay, for sake of time, I'm just gonna go in and just add like a character for each of these fields. Okay. And then I'm gonna see what the options are. Again, I very much apologize. This is brand new to me. I don't have an account that I can do this in, so I have to literally experience it with you guys to like figure it out. More or less, I would copy and paste what I put from sustained investigation into here if you're repeating images. If you're not repeating images, then you want to be clear about what exactly you're doing, or if you're showing a more complete version, like what are those extra steps that you added in. The entire thing is like showing development. Okay, I'm gonna save. I am not going to submit final. No one should be submitting final unless they approve it for me, and we should submit it together. And we are submitting it together. That's what officially I'm gonna say here. And if you're watching this from another school, you need to make sure you clear this with your teacher as well. Don't submit the final until you clear this with your teacher. All right, the very last section before, like every section should be filled out before you submit final. So that's sustained investigation, your selected works, and then in the sustained investigation, there's this thing called the written evidence. And the written evidence, like I said, there's a little bit of writing in this portfolio and this AP, but not as much as, it's not an essay or anything. So these are your two prompts. This should be kind of grabbed from your Google Slides or from what you've been writing all along, like your ideas. You're putting all of your ideas together. So identify the questions or inquiry that guided your sustained investigation. So this is introducing the concept of your art and that theme or that question that you created at the beginning of the year. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna come back to my writing, explain it, and then that's it. You guys should pretty much be done. So we're almost at the end of this video. 2 more minutes, guys. All right, you guys, this is the last section and then we should be done. So 2 prompts here for the written evidence. The first one, you need to identify your question. Like literally, what is your question with a question mark? You can have more than one question. So my question would be, how do I incorporate and appreciate plants, especially South Florida natives, with my art? Because that's the focus of my art. My second question, can I develop my design and lettering skills along with my observational drawings of plants and nature? So when I started to incorporate the lettering, that was really my focus of like, can I achieve a better version of that? This isn't a question, but because they only give you 600 characters for each section, if you want to start to explain it in the question area, I think that that's fine. Or if your question changed over time, you want to like explain like how you started out as one question and how it ended up as another, and like what were the light bulbs that happened during that time to get you from the beginning to the end. So I captured my subjects from life and photographs, drawing inspiration from like the plants in Miami. I name some of the specific varieties, which you could do also in your selected works ideas, yada, yada, yada. Here, 3 main things, like I said, practice, experimentation, and revision, and how those things were guided by your inquiry. So how do I incorporate and appreciate plants? I identified and observed them from life or photographs that I took. How did I experiment? I experimented. First, my lettering was very like simple and just lined, and I was just literally practicing how to letter. Eventually, I developed that. I gradually developed them into be more decorative and to fit them around the photographs that I took and how I was drawing my artwork. I also experimented using a variety of materials, beginning first with only black and white, then eventually incorporating photography, and eventually color, and then finally like a digital, experimenting digitally. Final thing, how did I revise? I revised the layout of the letters. Sometimes I changed the words, the like how I put them, around the subjects. I revised the layout of the letters. And then like the lettering had complementary meaning to the plant that you were looking at. So this would kind of fit better into, this would make more sense if I had finished the selected work idea and specifically named the plant and then the idea and how like I put the lettering with my plant together. That's me. You do you. I'm here to help you with your lettering and like troubleshoot, but get as far as you can. I saved already, which is why the button is gray. And again, you are not submitting final until I look at it and we submit final together. So all this needs to happen in the next 2 weeks before May 1st, 2023. I love you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here for you. All right. Bye.